Okay, guys, let's give the floor to the former goalie on this one. Noodles, you've got your goalie union card. What goes through your mind when you see shootout attempts like Kuznetsov's?
I don't like it. I mean, I first of all want to poke check him and pull his feet out, but he'd probably go right around me. You know what? The spirit of the game isn't in that scenario. This is an all-star skills competition at that point. I know there's a lot of frustrated people with this because at the end of the day, it's not in the spirit of the game. It's not a breakaway. It's just slow things down. Let the wind blow you towards the goaltender. That's why it takes 35 seconds to get there. And then at the end, it's stick handle, and put it in the net. So, that's not the way I was brought up, stopping breakaways where there is a chaser, where there is somebody, there's some sort of pressure where you can have your gap. So it is an adjustment. That being said, Gino, I had 36 ties in my career. So I'll take a shootout and try to win then instead of sending people home at a 2-2 tie or a 0-0 tie, which I had a few of those here in Minnesota.
All right, let's give Frankie the opportunity to have the player's angle on this. Do you have any problem with Kuznetsov or anyone else going the slow-mo shootout route?
The biggest problem I see is the fact that a guy like Kuznetsov is scoring on the play. If he wants to go in at 0.5 kilometers per hour and stick handle himself into the goalie and miss, he's going to look like a clown. But he keeps scoring, and I think that's what bugs people because the more you score on these plays, the more you think, hey, I'm going to be able to do it. Me, I've always been a fan of the shootout from the first time they brought it in, and I don't think it's realistic, Gino, to have the best players in the game constantly play 3-on-3 until the game ends. These guys are already playing 20, 22, 25 minutes a night. It's a long 82-game season as it is. We don't need to add more. So I like the fact that the shootout exists. But if these guys weren't scoring on these plays, we wouldn't be talking about them. We'd be talking about how dumb they look skating in at 0.5 kilometers per hour.
Frankie, you make a great point. But the challenge for me is at some point there's got to be a happy medium. I suggest almost maybe putting a time clock in, whether that's 10 seconds, 12 seconds, whatever it is, so that at least it just speeds up the process because you're right. Kuznetsov scores, and I think that frustrates everybody, including goaltenders, where you're sitting there going, all right, we get it, it's enough. But it's more about the spirit of the game, the competition, because if we see a guy, instead of going for the puck, just punching him in the head because he gets so frustrated. Now we're going to have a line brawl or a brawl because that's what some goaltenders, that's what's running through their mind. They're so frustrated with plays like that. Although it's creative, it's not in the spirit of the shootout. It's just slowing things down. And you said it. It's kind of, if he misses, he looks like a clown.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? We practice the shootout in practice a lot, and there's sometimes you pull a move off, and I've had goalies literally grab a puck from the back of the net and shoot it as I'm driving away. So I know exactly what the goaltenders are thinking in that situation. And the timer makes the most sense, logically. You think about a 10-second or 12-second clock from the time the referee blows the whistle, that puck has to get delivered on the net. It's the easiest thing to do. They could implement it tomorrow, and the players wouldn't have a problem with it, and the fans would go home happy because they wouldn't have to witness their team getting scored on to end the game with a little bit of clown music in the background.
It would be nice to see a shot clock out there. Visually, it would be pretty cool. Well, so far this season, shooters have only scored on 27% of their attempts. With that kind of success by the goalies, maybe Noodles will come around to like the shootouts a little bit more, or maybe not.
I doubt it.